I have a ton of people ask me, is it possible to manifest a lot of things at once? Of course it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. But in my analogy, I'm going to imagine that my self-concept is like a bank account. And the better self-concept I have, the more money in this bank account I have. Just like how you're asking me if you can manifest multiple things at once. If I'm looking at a catalog and I'm picking out, I want this thing, and I want this thing, and I want this thing, but I check my physical bank account and I don't have enough money to afford these things, I cannot have them. Now, let's say that in terms of self-concept, I look at the catalog and I'm like, I want to manifest this thing, and I want this thing, and I want this thing, but my self-concept is really low and it's not good, then I cannot have these things. If you have a low self-concept and you want all these things, then you're going to naturally think, I'm not even deserving of these things. I'm not the kind of person that gets these things. This stuff doesn't work for me. When you have a high self-concept, just like if you have a high bank account, of course you can buy whatever you want. But if I have a high self-concept, I'm already naturally identifying with the kind of person who's like, of course I have this thing. Of course I deserve this thing. Of course I'm worthy of this thing. I'm the kind of person who has good things happen to them. I am the kind of person who can manifest whatever I want. Of course I can have it. And then boom, of course I can. If you, instead of focusing on what you want specifically, in focusing on self-concept, it's basically like a complete hack. Instead of thinking, okay, I want this thing, how am I going to get it? What method am I going to use? How am I going to do it? And then if you just focus on your self-concept and you work on it and you get it better and you nurture it, then it grows so much that you just are the kind of person who has all these things, and then every time you see something you want, you're like, psh, it's mine. I'm the kind of person who has that. I deserve it. And then you have an abundance of an amazing self-concept that is just yours. There have been times in my life where I literally could barely manifest anything. And I would use every technique that I could think of, and I would do anything I could, and I would sit up thinking, what method can I use? What technique can I use? What am I doing wrong? What can this happen? How can I make this happen? And it would be so hard to get. But it wasn't that the technique was wrong, and it wasn't, the only thing was I had such low self-concept, thinking this kind of stuff doesn't happen to me. I'm not the kind of person who can manifest good things. Stuff like this just doesn't happen. It's really that you're fighting against. It's not the thing I'm manifesting. You could be manifesting cheese and crackers and it could still be almost impossible versus someone who's manifesting $1 million. But if they have $1 million mindset, of course I make millions of dollars. But I'm saying that you will not be able to afford manifesting all these things at once, or really almost anything, if you have a very low self-concept bank account, okay? And start thinking, I'm just going to skip the line and work on my self-concept and build it up, and then any time that I do want something, of course, it's already mine, and it becomes like this. It's easy, and every time you do it, it gets easier, and then it builds